Hey there, Life After Corporate podcast fans. It's your buddy Adam from Podcasting Business School. That's the podcast where I teach people about podcast launch, growth, and monetization strategies. Check out episode 220 where I help you discover where you're at in the podcasting success timeline. You are listening to the Life After Corporate podcast, and it's time to bring out your host, my pod pal, Deb Boulanger.
Welcome to Life After Corporate, your ultimate guide for making the leap from corporate leader to entrepreneur. I'm Deb Boulanger, entrepreneur, executive leader, and founder of the Launch Lab for Women Entrepreneurs. This is your time to break through the glass ceiling once and for all and get your ticket to the C-suite. Come back each week to get the leading strategies, advice, and tools that will give you the skills and confidence you need to replace your corporate paycheck. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey, my friend. I hope you enjoyed that intro by Adam Shively, the host of Podcasting Business School. Adam and his team produce the Life After Corporate podcast, and he is my podcasting success coach. So if you are thinking about launching a podcast, or you wonder why you aren't getting as many downloads or subscribers as you'd like, check out podcastingbusiness.school. Recently, I had an insight. You know, when it happens at 3 o'clock in the morning and you have this persistent thought that you can't let go of and it won't let you get back to sleep. For me, I end up getting up, grabbing my phone, going into the bathroom and texting myself a note so I don't lose the thought in the morning, because I think that's what keeps me awake at night, is not wanting to lose the insight that I get at 3 a.m. And here's what I was thinking. I was thinking 3, 2, 1. And I realized that this 3-2-1 formula is how I create demand, and what my clients in the Six-Figure Accelerator have dialed in order to realize six-figure revenue growth as a natural outcome of showing up to work every day. 3, 2, 1. This is how you dial in your own behavior so that growing your revenues is an outcome of just showing up to work every day. And it's so simple that I know you will be dialing it in too after you listen to this show. So let's dive in to this very special, probably very short episode of Life After Corporate that just may be the most important advice and the best use of your time that you've received all year. So let's unpack the demand generation formula that I've been using for the past 3 years that's responsible for 80% revenue growth in my business year after year. And that is 3 speaking engagements per month, 2 high converting lead magnets, and 1 piece of high value content that you create and repurpose and share throughout your distribution channels every single week. So we're going to unpack these one by one. 3 speaking engagements, 2 high converting lead magnets, and 1 piece of high value content that you create each week. So the 3 speaking engagements, and that's 3 speaking engagements every month on other people's platforms or other people's audiences. And these can be webinars or in-person workshops, conferences, Zoom sessions. The format of the speaking engagement doesn't matter, whether it's in person or online. The most important thing is that you have them, that you have at least 3 talks or at least 1 signature talk you can deliver to audiences where your ideal clients are hanging out. And this is important because it amplifies your message. It gets you in front of new people, and it allows you to showcase your zone of genius and invite people into your circle to follow you. So the most important thing is to make sure that when you're speaking, you are delivering a talk that converts. And this is super important. It's not just any workshop or any talk, because the challenge that most coaches and consultants have when speaking is that you're either too focused on the speaking part and becoming an engaging storyteller, or you want to be sure you're being seen as an expert and you tend to use your time to teach or train the audience in a new way of thinking or being. And while both are important, what you want most is to use these opportunities to entertain, educate, and engage. And at the same time, you want to leave the audience wanting more. So if you're not sure how to do that, you can join me for the Speak to Close system training this week. So I'm recording this in early April. The training is the week of April 11th, so on April 12th and 14th, 2022, and we'll put that link into show notes, so if you want, you can click that link and learn more. This is where I teach this process in our popular Standout Webinars program. So the Speak to Close system is a free training I deliver, and in that free training, we'll be enrolling into the Standout Webinars program, which our next class starts on May 5th. This is a program that we offer 3 or 4 times a year because the most important skill you need to master is to be able to speak in front of other people's audiences and convert them into your followers and eventually into your clients. This is a very effective way to build your mailing list of engaged followers when you first start out. And it's a way to ensure that you're on track for growth as you begin to scale your business. So the formula is 3 speaking engagements per month on other people's platforms and using those opportunities to wow the audience and leave them for wanting more. And if you would like more detail on how to do that, reach out to me in email and the team will hook you up with our resources that can get you really good at that. Or you can connect with me. The easiest way to connect with me right away is to connect with me on LinkedIn and send me a message and just say speaking formula. I'd like to get your speaking formula and we can have a conversation. We'll share with you the resources that we have so that you can convert new clients every time you speak. Because once you have 3 to 4 different talks in your portfolio, you can rinse and repeat these talks anytime you choose. And having 3 to 4 different topics related to your value proposition also gets you an invite to come back to the same groups over and over again. So start with one high converting signature talk that you can deliver on other people's platforms. And then as you have more conversations with potential clients and understanding where they get tripped up in their own process. What is it that they need to know? What is it that they need to understand? What inspiration do they need to keep moving forward? Then you can create 3 to 4 different talks using the same framework and same formula so that you can go back to those same audiences again and again and again and develop your reputation in your category. So if you've heard me talk about developing a powerful referral ecosystem, this is part of that. This is part of that same strategy because when the attendees of those talks become your clients, they are referring other members of that same community to you, and your influence and your opportunities begin to accelerate. And that's when you wake up on a Monday morning and get to your desk to open your calendar and see you've got 4 or more conversations with potential clients already lined up for the week. And when this happens week after week, it's assuring you that you have enough business coming in to grow your revenues. And if there's ever a week when this is not the case, you know what to do. You look for an organization that would love to host you, who would love to have you come onto their platform or in front of their audience and offer an engaging seminar or webinar to their members. Just make sure that you are delivering more than training or inspiration. Make sure you're showing them the path to further transformation and inviting them to take the next step with you. Most event organizers will allow you to make an offer to their groups, especially if you're not getting paid, but you're offering this value for free. In fact, you can likely make more money doing free speaking engagements and making offers in your talks than you can being paid as a presenter who can't make an offer. So I just want to say that again. What I learned in my speaking career is that it was okay to speak for free and not get paid if the event organizer allowed me to make an offer in my talk. And we're talking about a soft offer. We're not talking about a 90-minute sales pitch. We're talking about giving real valuable content, but also making an offer for those who are ready to take the next step with you. And even if you're a paid presenter, you can get around that too, because the next number in the demand generating formula is 2. And 2 stands for 2 high converting lead magnets. And a lead magnet, if you're not familiar with that term, a lead magnet is a piece of content. It can be a video, short video training, can be a checklist or other tool that solves an immediate need for your ideal client. So let me give you a couple of examples that have worked for me. So if you've been following me for a while, you may have heard of my pricing calculator. I created the pricing calculator, which is a simple Excel spreadsheet that's pre-programmed to help you reverse engineer your revenue goal. And when you enter in your revenue goal and you enter in your package programs and the pricing for them, you can see exactly what it will take for you to get the clients you need by adjusting your price points and your sales close ratio to make growth a predictable outcome in your business. Now, the pricing calculator is a high-value lead magnet because, number 1, it answers a pressing question. 2, it's easy to use. 3, it delivers an immediate insight. 4, it prepares the user of the program to take the next step with me, which usually means building out a lead generation system and getting better at closing new clients. So it prompts people to book a strategy call with me to discover what my programs are and to see if any of my programs are a good fit for where they are right now. So the pricing calculator actually prepares people for the road ahead and creates interest in my other programs. And it's something that I can offer from the stage with a simple web address or text message sequence. It's a soft offer. It's not a big pitch. So it might sound something like, it's been such a great pleasure to talk to you about pricing strategies that work. If you'd like to practice this on your own and model out your own pricing scenarios, I have a super valuable tool that you can access right now by texting pricing to 22666 and entering your email address, and then the pricing calculator will be sent directly to your inbox. Something as simple like that at the end of a talk enables people in the audience that you're speaking to take the next step, get on your mailing list, and start consuming your high-value content. A high-converting lead magnet works best with a compelling webinar or workshop as it enables people to take the next step with you after your talk is over. So the next number in our sequence that woke me up in the middle of the night is 1. 1 piece of compelling content each week that you create and you distribute to your followers in all of your channels. So my 1 piece of weekly content is this podcast. And after we record the podcast, we turn it into a LinkedIn newsletter. We turn it into a weekly email to my mailing list. And it also drives a good portion of our social media content that is kind of sliced and diced up by our social media team. 3, 2, 1. Your 1 piece of high value content could be a short video clip. It can be a reel. It can be a long form piece of content on LinkedIn. It can be a LinkedIn or a Facebook Live training. Any number of formats will work. Just be sure that you rinse and repeat that content and slice and dice it up into bite-sized pieces for your audience to consume in all of your primary media channels. So this isn't a social media how-to podcast today. Truthfully, social media is not my zone of genius. I hire other geniuses to manage social media for me. But what I have dialed in is the formula for business growth. And that's the most important thing that I want to share with you today is that it's in your control. 3, 2, 1 to generate demand is a simple formula to remember. It's easy to implement. You look at your calendar. Do I have 3 speaking engagements this month? And the 4th speaking engagement can be a webinar that you deliver to your audience and your email list followers or the followers that are in your social media channel. So if you deliver 4 speaking engagements per month, 1 to your own inner circle of people who are following you, then so much the better. You're nurturing that audience even further. And I promise you that if you follow this formula, this very, very simple formula that you can deliver in a way that's easy and consistent in your schedule, you will see your revenues increase month after month after month. And if you are not sure what content to create or how to pull together a talk that doesn't overcoach or overteach, but creates a memorable impression that makes your audience stand up, raise their hands, and ask for more, reach out to me on social media. LinkedIn is the best place to find me. Let's have that conversation about what content might be right for you. And as I've said many times before, it is a crowded channel out there, my friend. Whatever your focus is for your coaching or consulting business, I guarantee there are thousands of others swimming in that same lane. You need to have a message that stands out and can be heard above the noise. And you need to work that message, make it compelling, be insightful, and give your people a reason to want more. That's what your lead magnets are for. They are the more that you can gift to people right then and there. So before you buy another online course or follow another online marketing guru or redo your website, dial in your messaging and your high value content for your audience and be consistent in your delivery. This is what demand generation is all about. And you need demand before you can supply the transformation your ideal clients desperately need you to deliver. So that's it for now, my friend. If you would like to learn more about webinars that convert, go to standoutwebinars.com and sign up for our next live training. 3, 2, 1, go. See you next time. Thanks for listening, my friend. If you enjoyed this show, please head over to iTunes and subscribe and leave us a review. And be sure to hop over to the Life After Corporate Facebook group and join other growing entrepreneurs to get weekly tips on how to create more money and meaning doing work you love.